Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. I know it's been a couple of days since I last uploaded a video, but I have been a bit under the weather, so I've just sort of not really been motivated to do any videos. I've been pretty sick actually. And I'm still not feeling quite 100%, but I figured I would reward my audience who's been watching a lot of Battlefield 2 and 2142 with more Battlefield 2142. And what better a map to choose than the Striker Karkand, which was recently made available on the Battlefield 2142 hub, of which I'll post a link to, and a special thanks to the crew there of Sergeant Prof and Illshot there, or Lillyshot. I didn't read their name properly, but they've been pretty active in there, and they're awesome people who've worked very hard to get this game back into the shape that it is, like the playable state, you know, with the Battlefield 2142 unlocker and open spy and so on and so forth. So they've done their part. There is a small but dedicated community playing the game online, so shout out to them. And also, of course, as I said before, I'll send links. And if anyone wants to play the game, you know, you can get started there and join the Discord. But I figured I'd go back through Striker Karkand again because, I mean, this map is a classic. I mean, I got my old laptop working a couple of days back, and me and my dad ran back the clock and played some Battlefield 2 co-op together, which we haven't done in about a decade plus. And of course, we picked this map in Battlefield 2. And he did his usual thing of being the sniper, picking people up from afar over the hill at the artillery spawn point, and I just went in like a maniac, guns blazing. This was good. It was a lot of fun going back through that, and seeing that this map was made available in co-op made me want to play it again because I like the differences in this map. And as we'll go through later on, you'll actually see there's actually quite a lot of differences. I didn't actually realize there was so many so many changes between the 2142 version. I thought it was just a straight port. But I remembered that the changes in the refractor engine would have made that quite tricky. But even then, like, you know, it could have just simply been a straight port. But no, there's actually like balance changes and whatnot. Like you can't really, like, it's a lot harder to hold the hotel. Like the opposing, like the Op 4 faction can take it back pretty easily, but the attacking faction, you know, can get it pretty easily as well because there's all these different entry points, as we later discovered. I was very confused at the why the sort of bazaar was sort of completely opened up, unlike in Battlefield 2, where it's literally, you know, you've got that one staircase up and that's it. Which, of course, I could see is a definite balance issue, and I'm almost certain it was a balance issue with Battlefield 2 back in the day, but in 2142 it seems to be almost just be a non-factor, really. And again, vehicles, there are vehicles on this map, but I barely saw the bots use them. I think the bots used them at the initial attack there, but then I died and then they just disappeared for nearly the rest of the video, which was great because I feel like the vehicles would have potentially helped a little bit. But I just love the backdrop and this, like, all the extra futuristic buildings. Like, again, all the buildings are still the same as they were in Battlefield 2 because it probably would have taken a buttload of time to redo everything and change everything up for 2142's aesthetics. But the fact that there's like just random like futuristic skyscrapers littered everywhere, it's a vibe. I love it. This is the cold winter maps really speak to me. I mean, when I got this game back in 2009, I was living up in country Victoria, and it was a very cold winter that year. And I just remember like playing these maps and being like, oh, it's cold out there as it is in here. And I remember it reminded me of a story of one morning we had like frost on our car window, and Mum went to go get cold water, and I thought in my infinite wisdom that cold water would just make the ice worse and would, like, you know, make the ice form up. And I'm like, why don't we just use hot water? And then I didn't realize that the ice would shatter if we used hot water. This was great. I had the bot actively pursue me and knife me, so that was mildly terrifying. It kind of scared me when I recorded this, but fortunately that was the only instance of of the bots being total terrors. Of course, you can play this map in the 16 and 32 and 64 variants of this. Also, unlike Battlefield 2, the bots seem to be more proactive in reviving. I don't know, I've been playing both games lately, and I've noticed that the bots are better at pathfinding and, well, I mean, not really, but they're better at reviving in Battlefield 2142 than they are in 2. But regardless of that, I mean, both games are still great. It's just, unfortunately, this game doesn't have the online community. I will say, though, I hate this visual effect. I mean, I've had this come up a couple of times now, and I'm really worried that if people watch this, they may, like, have, like, epileptic issues or, you know, potential issues with vision. You know, those who are vision impaired or vision sensitive to screens and all that may have, like, adverse effects. And I've wondered if, like, that was the thing that affected people back in the day on this game. I mean, evidently not. You don't really hear a lot of people really mentioning that sort of thing, really. But it's just still interesting to think about nonetheless, because I also wonder in saying that, like, how active was this game in its peak? Like, I mean, clearly, like, this game probably would have sold pretty well. I mean, it would have sold as well as Battlefield 2, but I do genuinely wonder, like, in its payday, I would have loved to have seen some footage of this game live, even through Battle Recorder, in its, like, its peak online days, where you could just, you know, pop into a lobby and there'd be, like, quite a few 64-player lobbies, and you could just go in there and just, you know, have a good time. even in the Titan mode, for instance. I mean, I know I've got an old live stream of the Battlefield 2142 N2 Revive network from 2016, and there's live streams of me playing on an Australian server of all things. And of course, I had to go back through and check that because I remembered I did those streams, but I forgot if they were Australian servers or not. And the fact that they were was like a real shock. It was even hilarious because people disliked them. But speaking about pathfinding, you can see here it's well, it's interesting. I'll just put it that way, and I just get hit with an EMP grenade. It was at that point I just realized, to hell with this. I'm just not coming back here because you're just gonna get EMP'd every time you just go there because they'll just throw those to impair you and take advantage of that from there. But I just couldn't. And I thought, would it be possible to potentially take the square from here? And you'll see this later on, my attempts to take it. It didn't really work out, but it didn't deter me from trying necessarily. Just because, and again, for going on the differences too, like those turrets are terrifying, but like it's like Counter-Strike-esque hallways there. It was really interesting because they're completely open in Battlefield 2, and then here they're really claustrophobic. Like everything has been like the flow of the map has been completely changed. And it's only done in subtle ways as well, which I thought was really interesting because, again, it just completely changes just how the flow of combat goes and also how the bots apparently approach it because, again, no vehicles and everyone just gets blown up there. And that ends up all going great there. I think the bot actually just team killed someone there amongst getting like 4 or 5 different kills there. But yeah, I kept getting revived, which was quite weird because like I felt like I died a lot more than I actually did, but I think I only ended up dying like twice. And you can see there I ran out of ammo on the gun and then just died. So that was great. You can see that the tickets are dwindling very fast because, of course, this is just a meat grinder, which is fun if you can get any sort of attack going where you can actually like try to attack bases. But so far, it's literally just been limited to the hotel, kind of like my Battlefield 2 video to an effect, but just with more snow, I guess. So yeah, this is like that back bit that I'd mentioned before. Like, there's a whole other like backdoor bit. It obviously looks like it's like a modded like part of the map. It isn't like the vanilla Battlefield 2 assets been reconfigured or anything like that at all. It's just there. And again, I like that because that just leads to like a really sneaky backdoor. It gives you 2 ways to get EMP'd again, but it gives you 2 ways to approach the hotel objective. And again, if you get a community together and play this map, I reckon, as I said earlier, it'd be a lot of fun to try this map and see the differences. But yeah, I don't really have much else to say other than, I've been sick, I've been working, I've been working a bit more this week, and I'm actually looking at another job. I might actually have another job. That was a great little flick there from me, past me. Yeah, I might get another job pretty soon, so that's a fun little transitionary period in my life that I'm currently going through, on top of being sick, and on top of slowly overcoming the demons that have plagued me these last 2 months. I mean, I dare to have some optimism, but it feels nice to just feel a little bit better about things. As much as there are so many uncertainties and anxieties in the world, I still feel a little bit better about things at the moment. And I'm just happy that I've persisted and gotten to this point. And I feel like this reviving this YouTube channel has done a small part in getting me back into that. Now, I know a lot of people who watch these videos don't typically get this far into the video, but I do really have to reiterate that I am really thankful for anyone who's really bothered to click onto these videos, really. It's kind of interesting because I checked how many subscribers I had at my peak, and it was about 755 or something like that. And for whatever reason, I didn't upload for 6 years, and not many people really like unsubscribe or anything like that. And then I've had people come back and watch the videos and comment on them and reminisce on the old Battlefield games. I really appreciate that. It's been really nice. I mean, I don't feel fully involved in the community, but it's nice to be able to sort of upload these videos and, I don't know, give people a bit of a dopamine hit from nostalgia, I guess, from seeing these old games still running really well and still having people who are interested in them, and let alone interested in modding them and so on and so forth. It's been really nice. Yeah, of course I plan to continue uploading more. I don't really have any other plans. It's very random what I'll upload, but that's just how I roll these days. It's how I've rolled in the later years of my original run at this. It's just having fun and just finding games that I love and that I enjoy, or hate, and make annoyed reactionary content out of it. Don't think I'll be quite doing that as much, but I'll still play some shitty mobile games here and there. But yeah, I mean, that's really about it. I mean, I'm not going to end the video here. We've still got a little bit of combat left. But yeah, I mean, unfortunately, we couldn't proceed to the square. It would have been cool to see what that looks like. But I might try I might try a live stream of this one day. And I might try the 64 map variant of this with, or 32 map with more bots and stuff like that. Oh, not more bots, it's chaos as it is. But with more tickets, so I get more of an opportunity to attack. But yeah, that about wraps it up, guys. I'll leave it up to here. But if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and do whatever, and I'll see you in the next one. But for now, take care.